Welcome back to the channel. So this is question 4 of 5 of the first set of hard GCSE questions I'm going to load. There'll be another set coming soon. If there is one that you've seen or one that you'd like me to go through, please do let me know. I'll put it higher in the queue. It's probably going to be on my list somewhere already, but I will come to it. As you can see, algebra question. It's going to involve quite a few skills. The reason I've chosen this one is because it's, well, almost without, I don't want to give it away too much, but it involves almost all the different things you're going to need to know how to do one of these types of questions. So as ever, pause the video, give it a go, come back to me and let's go through the solution together. Okay, so hopefully you've given this a good go. This is a difficult question unless you know your algebra rules. So again, this is why I like this one being one you come back to and do it a couple of times to check you're happy with it. The way I'm going to do it is I'm going to deal with each of these things separately. The other thing with this question is it's a really good example of how to lay things out neatly and clearly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break out each of these terms and then bring them back together so I can show the question. So I'll show you how I would do it. It doesn't mean it's the only way of doing it, but it just means for an examiner, and I've been a GCSE examiner, it means that I can clearly see what you've done. It makes it so much easier to mark, makes it so much easier to give you the correct marks. First thing, x squared minus 4. Well, this is the difference of two squares. This is one of those things you just need to get used to recognizing. So I can write this as x minus 2 over x plus 2. So I've done the first bit, or I've simplified something. The next thing, I've got 4x squared minus 7x minus 2. Well, because it's an algebraic fractions question, and because it's a GCSE question, I know if I factorize it, something is going to cancel here, because that's just how the questions always work. And if they don't, either your maths is wrong or it's just a really hard, unfair question. So I need to be able to factorize this. Now, what I often do, and I do this when I do the papers as well, is I might do a little bit of side working over here, which means I don't make a mess. I don't sort of do some random stuff on the side. I make it nice and clear what I'm doing. So 4x squared minus 7x minus 2. If I do 4 times minus 2, that is minus 8. And minus 8 is the same as minus 8 times plus 1. And the reason that's important is I can then write this as 4x squared minus 8x plus x minus 2. And if I factorize this here, that gives me 4x, x minus 2. If I factorize this here, it's kind of already factorized, but anyway, which gives me 1 plus x minus 2. And if I take the x minus 2 out, that leaves behind a 4x and a plus 1. So I can say this factorizes down to 4x plus 1 and x minus 2. Now again, at this stage, pause. It'd be really unsurprising if one of these brackets doesn't contain the same thing for both this thing here and this thing here, because the whole point is it's going to cancel to make it easier. So I've done some rearranging, some cancelling. So let's now put it back in. Now again, don't have to do it this way, but it's what I like to do to try and show the examiner I know what I'm doing. So I'm going to say that therefore the star is equal to x minus 2 over x plus 2. Keep change flip, so I'm going to multiply that by x over x minus 2, 4x plus 1. And of course that is just the same as one big multiplication, so I can make it into one big line. And then this is where the simplifying comes in. As I say, this one involves every skill. It involves factorizing, some difference of two squares, and as you're about to see, some addition, subtraction. So if it has the same factor, so not number but factor on the top and the bottom, I can cancel it. So that has an x minus 2 and that has an x minus 2. So that is just going to leave me with x times x plus 2 divided by 4x plus 1. Now, I need to be careful because actually I wrote something that was incorrect, didn't I? Because actually the star isn't equal to this, it's equal to this minus 2x. I need to make sure I keep those minus 2x's in. Otherwise I'm going to forget to put it in and I'm going to get the final answer wrong. So I've got minus 2x. Now I need my denominator. In order to add fractions, you can only add or subtract fractions if the denominator is the same. So I'm going to have to multiply top and bottom by 4x plus 1. And now my denominator is the same, I can therefore combine into one fraction. So x times x is x squared, x times 2 is 2x, minus 2x times 4x is minus 8x squared, and minus 2x times 1 is minus 2x. and all of that is over 4x plus 1. Now, I should have been doing this a bit more along the way, but I'm going to do it nice and clearly now. Always check back as to where you're trying to get to. So I'm trying to get to something x squared divided by something x plus c. And the thing is, I can see I've got an x squared, I've got other things on the top as well, and I do have a 4x plus 1, which is like a bx plus c. So it feels like it's going the right way. Okay, let's look at what I've got. So look at the numerator. So in the numerator, I have x squared minus 8x squared, which is minus 7x squared. And I have 2x minus 2x, which is great because that goes away. And that just leaves behind a 7x squared on the top, or a minus 7x squared. On the bottom, it's still 4x plus 1. And that's it. Let's go back to the question. I've got it in the correct format. I think I've done the right thing. So I have minus 7x squared over 4x plus 1. And although it doesn't ask me this, I'm going to write it anyway. So a equals minus 7, b equals 4, and c is equal to 1. And that is the next question done. Do make sure you subscribe, like the video if you can. It really helps the video grow. It helps the algorithm, which is what we talk about all the time, but it really does help. Any questions, anything you're not sure what I've done, please put it in the comments. I will come back to you and I'll let you know. Thank you, everyone.